Greetings to you viewers. My name is Pastor Yvonne Chipindu. I hope I find you well. And today God has given us yet another chance to worship Him. And I know you agree with me that we will not waste it. Last week we spoke about dispensation of grace, meaning that we are not under the law, but we are living in the epoch of grace. So now, why grace, Pastor? I should also ask you, why using a computer instead of a typewriter? Why using a smartphone instead of those small little ones, you remember them? Or the landline phones? Why using a tractor instead of using a hoe? I have the answers for you. The reason why we are under this epoch of grace is that God saw that the law failed to achieve its purpose. And then He decided to give us yet, like the law was the old covenant, and God decided to give us the new covenant, who is Jesus Christ. With the law, it was time consuming. Why, Pastor? Because year after year, people were going to offer their sacrifices. So it never yielded anything good. And also it was very expensive. Imagine every family was supposed to bring a bull every year to offer a sin sacrifice to their God. But now in this dispensation of grace, Jesus came and He made His offering once and for all. And He made His body as a sacrifice, meaning that it wasn't expensive on my part, but on His part. So now, like I said, the law was time consuming, it was expensive, but with Jesus Christ, I did nothing. I worked nothing. It was Him working. It was Him doing something. So the law was based on me working. It was based on me doing things in order for me to be in the right standing with God. But I love this epoch of grace because He did it in my place. He became a sinner. He paid a price for me and I did nothing. What I could only do is to enjoy. Imagine, like the Born Frees, they fought in 1970, 1969, but in 1981, I'm now a born free. They've done it for me. What I'm only do is to enjoy what they've worked for. So imagine if you see me, I'm telling you, I don't have independence. I'm not in independence. I'm not enjoying what they've worked for. It means that I don't even know my position. So this is what we are talking about. Why grace, Pastor? Because somebody did something in our place, and what we only need to do is to enjoy as children of God. So Jesus Christ came in remember He said, I'm the light of the world. Do you know back then there was darkness? Yes, there was darkness. Because they even asked Him, John, is he the light? And John said, I am not the light. So Jesus Christ came as the light. He came to us as the way. He came to us and gave us salvation. Remember, in the law, there was no salvation. In the times of Abraham, in the times of Moses, we were trying to get to God. But now Jesus Christ came and He made us be children of God. So in the law, I was not a son of God. I was a slave. Imagine if you are a slave. I'll take you back to the Israelites when they were under Pharaoh. Would you still want to be, if you ask them right now, do you still want to be in Egypt under Pharaoh, or you want to remain in Canaan where it flows milk and honey? They'll definitely tell you that, you know what, I would rather be in Canaan. Why? Because they are not doing anything. They are just enjoying what God has already prepared for them. Remember, children of God, if we are in this dispensation of grace, we are not working. For Christ has already worked for us. So now He died and He has left an inheritance for us. So we are heirs. So we are only enjoying what He has worked for us. We are not going to do anything. You are not going to work to get salvation. You are not going to work for your healing. Remember, Isaiah told us that by his stripes we are healed. So he has already done it for us. What we only need to do is to tap into that inheritance and enjoy what he has left for us. And also remember, if we are in this dispensation of grace, Abraham had 2 wives. And when he had 2 wives, like Hagar was of the law. She was, remember, she was Sarah's slave, so she was a slave. So we are taking her as the old covenant, that is the law. And you remember the law, God gave Moses the 10 commandments on Mount Sinai. So now Hagar is representing the law. She's representing Mount Sinai. She's representing slaves. And if you remember very well, if we look at Sarah, we know that God had promised Abraham and Sarah that he'll give them a child. And now their child, Isaac. So now Sarah is representing the new covenant that is free. There are no slaves in this new covenant. That is the dispensation of grace. So now if we are living in this dispensation, we are no longer slaves but heirs. So we are heirs of Christ's inheritance.
Okay, I got that.
So now as a child of God, in this dispensation of grace, we are just enjoying. Jesus Christ has done it all for us. We are sin-free. We are no longer slaves, for we are sons. That is only if you believe. This is what we'll be talking about this whole week. Why grace? Until we meet again tomorrow as we are continuing. If you have enjoyed this message, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share. Stay blessed.